Hey there, everybody, and welcome to the Fearless Thinking Podcast, designed to help you navigate authentic leadership and the entrepreneurial journey. I'm your host, Michael Devous, and these are my thoughts, lessons, and insights from my entrepreneurial journey into coaching, workshops, motivational speaking, and of course, what I picked up from interviews with inspiring leaders and entrepreneurs along the way. My mission is to help people unlock their untapped potential by using fear as a catalyst for powerful change and growth, so they can step into the greatest version of their most authentic selves. All right, let's get into some fearless thinking. Hey, everybody. Welcome back to Fearless Thinking Podcast here on the Ascend Hub. Today, I'm your host, Michael Devous. Today, I'm your host. I'm your host every day. I'm a host every week. Shall we start over? No. I'm your host, Michael Devous. This is the Fearless Thinking Podcast. We're examining AI in the world today. And of course, this week, like I said, after our last episode, we are talking about AI-enhanced customer experiences in 2025. There's not a single thing. I don't think you could walk up to a store and connect with someone in person. But if you're doing anything online or even with your phone to order something, pick up something, book something, whatever, 9 times out of 10, I'll bet you're experiencing an AI chatbot in some way, shape, or form, and you're being impacted by AI. AI can boost efficiency, but human empathy remains the key to customer loyalty. Human empathy remains the key to customer loyalty. One of the things I love about AI is that it can get you quickly through a few set of answers. You know, back in the day when you used to make a phone call to either like American Airlines or whatever, and they would give you those menu prompts. Select 1 if you blah, blah, blah. Select 2 if you blah, blah, blah. Select 3 when you X, Y, and Z. And it is, you're like, oh. And they would have to assume, right, specific questions to ask you. They would have to assume what the customer might want to know or might want to by going, like saying, well, 90% of our customers typically ask these top 5 questions when they call first. Let's get them through that prompt or through that menu and onto a customer service representative who can answer that specific thing for them. Today, wow, it's way more personalized and feels like talking to a human, right? Revised and enhanced scripts. So by the end of 2025, the global NLP market is predicted to hit 43 billion. Natural language processing, NLP, 43 billion, nearly 14 times its 2017 size, just a few years ago. AI-driven customer interactions will become the standard by the end of this year, not the exception. The real challenge here, of course, is implementing AI in a way that enhances efficiency without sacrificing the human touch. Today, we're breaking down AI-powered customer experience evolution and revolution, by the way, and how businesses can actually personalize at scale while keeping the heart of their service alive. Gene Bliss, customer experience pioneer, said that AI should elevate the human experience and connections and not replace them. Customers don't just want quick answers. They actually want to feel like they're understood. It's interesting because I was on a lot of different platforms this weekend dealing with my website stuff, and I was in Hostinger's chat. I was on GoDaddy's chat. I was on a couple of different ones. And I think it's very interesting because when I thought about comparing the two of them, when I thought about how they responded to me, Hostinger's AI was really personal and friendly. And it really responded to me like a human would. Whereas GoDaddy's felt like it had a series of pat responses prepared, and then if you asked it something too nuanced, it wanted you to reframe your question because it couldn't answer you. I thought it was pretty interesting, especially considering that they build websites and host domains and stuff. You'd think they'd have it I don't know, better suited so that you could feel understood. And I feel like Hostinger's chat bot made me feel understood, but and then while simultaneously getting me to, the quick answers that I needed. Understanding AI's role in the customer experience, AI powered solutions that streamline the customer service experience is not just a one size fits all scenario, right? Here's how businesses actually differentiate at the stages, right, that can integrate AI effectively. One is entry level AI. Those are small businesses like mine, like probably yours, where we use Chat GPT, Zapier chatbots for automating FAQs and simple inquiries. And these are great for, of course, startups and solopreneurs because we need cost effective solutions and automation. Now, FAQs are important. In fact, I had the gentleman speaking at the Exponential Impact Mentor Incubator Program, Survive and Thrive, a couple weeks ago now from the Better Business Bureau, and he was talking about optimizing your website for your FAQs and ensuring that if you take your FAQs and you put them into a chatbot, it'll help ensure that you have not only SEO but AEO, right? And AEO is AI optimization, meaning that most websites today are being scrubbed, scanned, searched by AI chatbots to help customers find what they need. When you type that into your chatbot, when you type that into the thing, it's going out there and it's scrubbing and looking for the best possible set of services and things you need, right? Where is it going? It's going to websites like yours and mine, where it's like looking for the thing that you're doing. And if you have poor FAQs on your page, that chatbot will bypass you immediately and go onto one that actually gives them the answers that they want. And your FAQs are crucial to ensuring that when someone or a chatbot comes across your page, that it answers all the relevant questions so that it can get back to its customer with the correct response. Now, mid-tier AI is for growing enterprises. We're talking about Gong.io or Salesforce AI Analytics, which is huge. I mean, Salesforce is doing a lot with theirs for customer sentiment analysis and workflow optimization. This helps medium-sized businesses scale support teams while maintaining customer satisfaction. Sentiment analysis is a curious thing. My Fireflies AI that I use in my meetings has sentiment analysis, so it can literally tell me when someone in one of my meetings is not quite on the same page or sounds frustrated or might need a follow-up, right? I think that's pretty interesting. It's very fascinating that it can pick up on those nuances and then make suggestions to you about what's going on there so that you can handle it as quickly as possible and deal with your team. Next is enterprise AI solutions. These are large corporations and companies. They have custom OpenAI and ChatGPT 4 powered solutions that are just tailored specifically to their business model, their brand voice, customer intent, and real-time resolutions. This is used by major AI brands, used by major brands for hyper personalized multi-channel AI customer service. You're going to hear that word a lot. Hyper personalized. That's where we're headed in 2025. It is so the models being used to make these things so personalized to you and your experience so that you feel heard, so that you feel like it really does understand who you are and what you want is incredibly powerful, and it's working. And by the end of 2025, I think we're going to see almost 80 to 90% of all of these types of services hyper personalized and taking into consideration your specific personality, the way that you type things into the chat response, the way that you respond, if you're irritated or not irritated, taking in your sentiment analysis to see whether or not you're jovial, you're excited, you're irritated, you're frustrated, and then speaking to that specifically to ensure that you feel heard. Here's a quote from Clara Shih, or She, Shih. She's the CEO of Salesforce AI division. AI is not about replacing agents. It's about empowering them with insights so that they can deliver deeper, faster, and more impactful solutions. One of the things that your interaction with AI prior to getting on with the sales representative, a human, is that AI, new AI, especially hyper-personalized multi-channel AI, customer service bots, will do is through the series of questions and responses that you give it, it will be able to alert and inform the sales rep about who you are, where you are, and why you are, so that when you get on the phone with them, they're already prepped about your experience, your level of frustration or excitement to move forward with a product or a service or get help. They don't have to ask 80,000 questions to try to get there. They don't have to find out, right, your nuance or whatever. By the time you get to them, those questions have been answered and they have a little content and context paragraph that helps them answer your questions very quickly and efficiently while understanding where you're coming from. So a 5-stage AI handoff protocol, right, which starts with what they call automated triage. Just like you would on the field in war when you have to triage someone who's wounded. That's the first place you go to get your bandages or whatever, to get an assessment of what you need to heal before moving you up the chain or through onto surgery if you have to have surgery. And automated triage is where AI classifies incoming requests based on urgency. Okay. So it's not just context and what you need, but it is based on urgency, which means it needs to understand how urgent do you need this question answered and how is it going to impact your business or your day if it doesn't get answered immediately. 2, emotion detection. AI can now analyze tone and sentiment to assess frustration levels. How many of you have been on the other end of that phone and you are just beyond frustrated? I can tell you, it's happened to me so many times with GoDaddy. I see there, you know, what's funny is the AI does its best to give me a response, but when I'm on there, the person that jumps in typically is giving me what I consider to be a pat response. They're literally reading from a help FAQ on a help page, and then they're typing it in wrong. Ugh, that drives me crazy. They're not being personal with me. They're just copying and pasting something from another window to try to answer in a roundabout way my particular question rather than answering my particular question with exactly what I need. And that's very frustrating. 3, solution library. AI recommends solutions based on historical customer cases. There's enough data going in that by now, if you're a larger company, you put enough data in about the customer queries, you pretty much have a good idea about the top 5 to 10 challenges and problems and issues your customers are facing right now at this moment, right? And that's probably because a certain type of product or service isn't working or functioning the way that it was intended, or that there's something that needs to be fixed or repaired, or the iterative generation, meaning the model or whatever, like 2.0, 3.0 version of what's out there has some bugs and needs fixes, and it's frustrating your customers. You already know these things, but what you can do is have a solution library that quickly gets them to a set of solutions before they get to you. So they've got something in their hands, right? And it sort of answers those topically. 4 is human escalation. AI seamlessly hands off complex cases to live agents, which tells me, you know, that if you really don't want the AI answering your problem, write it in a very complex way. In fact, just drop it into Copilot or ChatGPT or whatever and say, hey, I have this issue with X, Y, and Z, and I want to reach out to the company, but I want to bypass the chatbot, the help chatbot. So can you please reframe this into a very complex case so that I can be immediately escalated to the human? I mean, hey, use AI against AI, right? 5, continuous feedback loop. AI continuously refines their responses based on success metrics and feedback from the customers and the people that are calling in and asking questions. That's one of the brilliant things about it, is it's constantly modifying its answers and its response mechanisms based on that data. So, why don't you identify 3 key areas in your customer service where AI could reduce response times while improving customer satisfaction? Or if you don't have that in your service model yet, maybe identify 3 key areas where you've encountered customer service that needed better response times and could improve their customer satisfaction. Write down why. What was it that frustrated you? What did you think? And then keep that in your back pocket, because when you go to build your AI response chatbots for your customer service, you want to make sure that you keep some of these things in mind because you know how it feels. So, personalization at scale. AI driven personalization techniques for 2025 include these three: AI's predictive analytics for customer preferences, which anticipates the needs based on past behavior. This is what we're talking about feedback loops and getting that data ingested and then taking it back in again and going, these responses keep shifting and changing. And we're going to take that information in and adjust our responses accordingly. And then they can predict how a customer might respond given a certain set of criteria and circumstances. Two, real-time sentiment analysis. AI is adjusting its tone based on customer emotions in live conversations. This is where if you sound frustrated, you should test it out. Type that into the thing. This is really frustrating. Just say that. I'm super frustrated right now and I'm not getting the response I need. See what happens what does the AI do in response to that? Does the AI respond like blah 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 blah, or does the AI go, "I'm really sorry, I understand your frustration. Let me see if I can't get you to a person that can actually help you right now." See what that company is doing with their AI that is using real-time sentiment analysis to improve the customer experience. Three is dynamic content customization. AI can actively personalize marketing offers and chatbot replies based on past interactions, meaning it can adjust and change on the fly the type of marketing and offers that fit the situation where you are. Meaning you have to set it up on the back end, but say, like, if someone reaches frustration level 1, these are the types of things that we offer. If they reach frustration level 2, these are the types of things we're prepared to offer. If they reach frustration level 3, we're definitely going to make sure we give them these things up front, right? And the dynamic content customization that AI can produce says, oh, I recognize that this is where the customer is. I can already go ahead and offer them something like this so that we can adjudicate, or not adjudicate, triage, I suppose, their frustration level and address it immediately, right? Here's a case study in AI in healthcare, by the way. Balancing efficiency with empathy. In a 2024 study, they found that AI assisted diagnosis reduced wait times by 40%, but patient satisfaction dropped when AI responses lacked human warmth. Think about that. Now, they may have reduced wait times by 40%, but patient satisfaction dropped when the AI response lacked human warmth, kindness. I mean, that's what you want. When you're getting healthcare done, we just want a human to be nice to us and understand where we're coming from. We're scared. We're in pain. We need help. This is very personal because it's our bodies. It's our health and well-being. So the fix that they came up with was a human AI hybrid consultation to improve efficiency, accuracy, and trust. AI hybrid consultation. That means a human is participating with AI during the consultation to provide you with a better experience. And AI is learning not only from the client or the patient who needs the service and needs the human touch, but it's also learning from the human interaction to discover better, more nuanced ways to create that same experience for other customers as it improves their wait times. Brian Solis, the digital anthropologist, said that hyper-personalization isn't just about faster responses. It's about creating an experience that feels human at every single touch point. Hyper-personalization isn't about hyperdrive. It's not about going at the speed of light. It is about getting layered types of personalized responses at every single step along the way during your customer journey. It's examining all those little touch points of the customer journey to discover ways that we can create a human experience, or at least a human interaction that you feel is genuine for you as you move through onto purchase or acquire or whatever it is you need during your customer journey, right? Maybe one of the things you guys could do is experiment with an AI-powered tool like Jasper or Perplexity or Crystal or Claude or GPT, and personalize a customer interaction based on real-time feedback. If you have a customer service report, if you've gathered data about your customer service interactions and stuff, plug that in and ask the AI, in what ways can we personalize this customer experience and interaction better? How can we increase our human touch points along the customer journey? And what ways could we do that and add that to the chat bot that we're using on the front face, right? Now, balancing automation and human touch. Why AI alone will never build customer loyalty. Yeah, AI is great at speed, data analysis, and scalability, but humans are great at empathy, creativity, and complex problem solving, as well as connection, right? A recent state case study in financial services found that AI automated 60% of customer service inquiries for a major fintech firm. However, customer retention rates fell until human advisors were reintroduced for high stakes conversations. The result, of course, was that AI now prepares customer insights, but humans handle the relationship building. Now, why would you think that is in a financial services institute? It's your money on the line. People don't want a people don't want a chat bot. They want a human that they can trust, which I think is ironic because AI uses data and your finances need data, right? They want clear cut, clean data to make actionable, low risk decisions about what to do with your money. And humans make emotional choices. They get excited about potential benefits of dropping money here or investing in that portfolio there that may not have anything to do with what the data provides. But it's interesting that humans really wanted customers really wanted a human experience to handle the relationship building instead of AI at the financial institution. So that I think it's going to be interesting because I think what we're going to see is that's going to shift a little bit as people get more trust. They trust AI better with some of their investments and some of their money situations, but they want the human to help walk them through certain steps. The AI mirror technique, training AI for emotional intelligence. One, you can try this, record your top customer interactions using Riverside or Zoom. Two, use AI transcription tools like Otter or Rev to analyze tone, language, and sentiment. And then three, train your AI models to replicate the best interactions and flag negative sentiment for human escalation. I think that's cool because then, when it's flagged, you can put an automation or workflow in that sends it directly to a human to intervene as quickly as possible so that your customer has a better experience, right? Gene Bliss, the customer service and experience author, says this: customers remember how you made them feel, not how fast your chatbot replied. It is true. I think there's two things in this. One is how quickly you got me to a solution, whether that's your chatbot or whatever. But then two, it's how you made me feel with that interaction. Did I walk away feeling like my solution, my issue was handled? Do I feel like you took my time and my energy and my talents and my attention into consideration, and that you think it's valuable, right? That's important. So, some key takeaways for today: AI enhances speed, but not human touch. Human touch builds relationships, and the future belongs to businesses that can master both. Remember that. Audit your current customer service experience process for AI integration opportunities and enhancements. Implement an AI chatbot to automate simple inquiries. And three, develop a seamless AI human handoff to maintain both efficiency and empathy. If you're like me and I don't have a lot of customer service facing things that I need right now, I'm learning how to build my AI chatbots or my AI agents using Perplexity and a couple other things. I'm just trying to learn the language and how to create the prompts to ask for what I want so I can get the automations done. I'll be sharing some of that experience as we move forward. And then final thoughts are from Brian Solis, digital anthropologist we mentioned earlier. Companies that prioritize the human AI collaboration will ultimately redefine customer experience for the next decade and beyond. Beyond. I think that's true. If you can bring the two together, right? If you can master both of these things through AI and human touch, and you can put it into your business model, so that you're at the forefront of how this functions, and you're giving great customer experience all the way through with the human touch and AI modifications. I think you're paving the way, and that's going to be incredible. So next week we are talking about AI and the future of work, how to adapt to the 2025 job marketplace when AI feels like it might be transforming your jobs and your job opportunities, right? How to get the skill sets you need and then be on the right career path so that you can be successful and not be left behind. So don't miss it. All right, have a wonderful week. Thank you for listening to Fearless Thinking. I'm your host, Michael Devous. Get out there and do some fearless thinking, and of course, be good to one another. All right, bye.
This has been a Fearless Grow Network production, brought to you by Devous Media Holdings, LLC.